here at Azteca. It is a sea of silver confetti. It is not snow. It is not snowing in Mexico.
Mexico City's legendary Azteca Stadium.
It is Diego Maradona.
2 World Cup finals, 1986
Brazil was victorious again.
and 70, immortalized on this pitch.
It was a fitting end to Pele's World Cup career.
And World Cup 2026, held in Canada, the US, and Mexico, is set to open here.
Hemos tenido 2 mundiales y jamás le han dado un beneficio al pueblo.
We've had 2 World Cups and the people have not benefited, says Ruben Ramirez, who leads the indigenous community of Santa Úrsula Coapa. The stadium was built on their land and they still live next door. Now the community is starting to protest with graffiti and murals, and there's talk of ramping up actions leading to the World Cup's return on June 11th.
Ahorita la lucha es el agua.
The source of the conflict now is over water, he says. Water controlled by the stadium's owner. Water that this community needs.
Bueno, ahorita desde ayer no hemos tenido agua y no hemos alcanzado a hacer la limpieza.
Maria Estela Alejandro says she had no water yesterday and is only now able to wash the dishes.
Ahorita que nos llegó el agua, que nos vamos a activar, esto es lo que más tenemos de agua.
When there's water, this is the maximum water pressure, she says. Alejandro lives a couple blocks from Azteca Stadium, along an alleyway with 50 other families. They often go days without water.
También está el pozo del Estadio Azteca, que a mí se me hace...
But she says the owners of the stadium, which will be called Mexico City Stadium during the World Cup, have their own well, and they never run out. I think it's ridiculous that a company owns a well, she says.
El agua es de todos, y el agua es de los pueblos.
Water is for the people, she says. The Mexican government gave Televisa Group, one of Mexico's biggest media corporations, the right to drill this well 6 years ago, across from the stadium, which is owned by one of Televisa's spin-off companies. And Televisa also owns broadcast rights for World Cup games.
We are next to the Azteca Stadium, and behind this wall is the well.
Natalia Lara is an activist who's been fighting for community water rights for years. She says the government needs to take the well back and use it to supply the community.
We don't have water, and Televisa always has water for the grass, and we don't have water for washing, for do the laundry, or for maybe for cooking, but Televisa always has water.
Aquí está el Estadio Azteca.
Lara's father, Adolfo Lara, explains a map of the area.
Y nosotros estamos aquí en la...
We are right here, he says. The red squares show places with water shortages. The red dot here is Televisa's well. Lara says this well was meant to feed a planned massive World Cup-related hotel complex project, now on pause, that would have put massive pressure on water supplies and threatened the survival of the community.
Televisa y los dueños del Estadio Azteca se van a capitalizar.
Lara says there are fears the project will start up again with revenues from the World Cup. The community has been meeting with Mexico City officials for months to have their water needs met. Why does the community not have water, says Ramirez during a recent meeting, captured by cell phone video provided to CBC News. City officials responded saying they're building a rainwater-fed garden by the stadium. We got more results protesting on the street. Here, they just spin us around and around, says Ramirez. The issue has reached the desk of the country's top elected officials. During a recent morning presidential press conference, Mexico City's mayor, Clara Brugada, says,
Y con la recuperación de la concesión del pozo del estadio,
the concession for the, quote, stadium's well was now in the city's hands. Grupo Oyamani, which owns the stadium, told CBC News the well water here has been donated to the city's water supply since 2023, and the company holds the rights until 2027, but they have no plans to restart the hotel complex project. Ramirez says he doesn't trust words meant to calm things before the World Cup.
¿Cómo va a ser posible que estemos a un lado de un monstruo?
How is it possible to sit next to a monster that makes billions of dollars in profits and the people have nothing, he says.
No sé si se pare o no sé si proceda, pero la misma sociedad lo va a decidir.
As for launching protests to disrupt the World Cup here, he says that's for the people to decide.